Hello everybody and welcome! In case you've been living under a soul rock recently, Niantic has sold their entire games division to a Saudi Arabian mobile game company named Scopely. Now, the games have been sold, but we have no idea what the implications are for all of their games, most popular of which is Pokemon Go. Now, I know it's a scary thought. I know it can be really nerve-wracking to think what will happen to Pokemon Go. But I'm here to think more positively. I'm here to ask, no, beg and plead that Scopely does things to fix Pokemon Go. And I am here to suggest 5 ways that Scopely can bring Pokemon Go back to its former glory. Let's jump right into it. Now, I hate to say that anything good came from COVID-19, but I actually think that Pokemon Go was at its peak gameplay during the pandemic. And honestly, there were some features that they added during the pandemic that are now part of standard gameplay today here in 2025, such as opening 30 gifts a day. That was added during the global pandemic. Not needing to walk in order to participate in Go Battle League battles. That used to be a thing, remember that? And of course, remote raid battles. I think Scopely has a very unique opportunity to bring remote raids back to what it was when COVID first started. I'm talking about 100 Pokecoins for one raid pass and unlimited raids remotely every day. Right now, we have a limit of 5 remote raids a day, and the prices are astronomical. It is impossible for people to enjoy remote raids, which is now standard gameplay. It is part of the everyday mechanisms of the game, and I think Scopely needs to fix them and bring them back to what they were. I feel like they were still super profitable back then, and I know the ongoing message is to go outside, go play outside, and during the pandemic that just was not possible. But I think the fact that they kept them means that they know remote raids are super popular, they are very easy to manage, and I think you can take away your limits, and Scopely, you will make tons of money, I promise you. Again, COVID brought in some of the best changes to Pokemon Go. Number 2 on this list is making incense better and back to what it was during COVID, right? I mean, right now, if you use an incense and you're not moving at all, you will see nothing for, I think it's 3 minutes. If you are standing still and running an incense, you will not see any spawns for 3 minutes. And back during the pandemic, it was 1 spawn per minute, and there was actually a secret way to make it 1 every 45 seconds, because if you change the screen and pop it back after 45 seconds, the Pokemon would appear. So it was actually possible to get 1 spawn every 45 seconds, and that was amazing. I mean, I might be a little biased here. As a content creator, it was so much fun being able to do these global events outside and do them like normal, and then come home for like the last hour of the event and run an incense and play it live on stream. I would still get plenty of spawns, 1 every minute or so, and enjoy it with my community here on YouTube or on Twitch, whatever it may be. I was able to play from home without having to move. I was able to, show my gameplay for stream to see, and it was so much fun. I would love to have that experience back. I know that's not everybody's top thing to worry about, but I think incense, being able to get those spawns 1 every minute was so much fun. People will be spending more for incense. I'll tell you that right now, Scopely. If you're listening, you're not. But if you are, if you have spies looking up videos, how can Scopely increase Pokemon Go profitability? I'm telling you right now, make these things more affordable so that more people can do them. All right, I'm telling you, make it worth people's money, and they will give it to you. This next feature has been asked for pretty much since it came out. I don't remember when they added trading, but forever, people have been begging for long distance trades. Now, here's the thing. I understand if you don't want to make it for any old trade, but I am begging, here's the pleading and begging part. I am begging you, Scopely, please add a way for us to do lucky trades from anywhere in the world. Now, picture this. If you're watching this video, let me know if you're like me, okay? I have 30 or 40 lucky friends on my friends list that have been sitting there for years, and I can't ever trade with them because I don't live there anymore. I added them online. I've never met them once before, ever. We just got friend codes online and exchanged them, okay? I mean, if you're like me, then you have all these people just rotting on your friends list that will never ever be able to do a trade with because you'll never go to the same Go Fest, you don't live anywhere near each other. It's a mess. Scopely, I am begging you, please allow us to do at least lucky trades from anywhere in the world. The more lucky trades we're able to do, the more interactions we make with our best friends, the more we play your game, the more incentives, the more we play. I'm telling you, put me on your team, man. Like, I will tell you what the people want, what the people are looking for that won't hurt you. I promise. Lucky trades. Make them increase trade distance. Begging and pleading. I'm doing it. I'm begging and pleading. I didn't think I actually would, but I'm getting very fiery and passionate right now. Look, I've done the impossible. I went 2 whole bullet points without mentioning remotes, but they're back. It's time. Remote raids for Gigantamax and Dynamax Pokemon. Please, I beg you. Can't do it anymore. I can't do it. 30 people minimum for Gigantamax raids is already ridiculous, okay? I have done every single Gigantamax weekend that has been a thing. I met up with 30 or 40 people. It is a nightmare. One, making sure that everybody gets in on time, splitting groups if we have more than 30 or 40, whatever the maximum is. I mean, it is insane. But the worst of it is the 800 max particles and only being able to hold 1,000. I feel like the entire Gigantamax system needs a rework. We tried it for a couple months. It's not working. It's not fun. It's just stressful. It's annoying. And people are leaving halfway through just to get particles to participate. It's awful. Unless you pay money, you can't do these things. And that is not what the heart of the game should be about. Okay? I feel like remote rating Gigantamaxes, totally time for that. Increasing the max particle limit to 5,000 minimum without having to pay. I think you need that, especially for these max days. Okay, like just letting us in these week-long events that are leading up to new Gigantamax or Dynamax things, make it so that we are able to gather up 5,000 particles. 5 raids at minimum is great. I feel like being able to hold on to 5,000 particles when we know a new Gigantamax is coming is more than enough. I think 5 is great if you want people to pay for more. That's fine. I get it. It's a business. But right now, how Gigantamaxes work is not it. Okay? I mean, I feel like if you need to monetize it, just increase those base levels, make it remotable, make it more possible. Listen, it's about time. We need to treat rural players way better than we have been. Scopely, you have a great opportunity here to bring a huge percentage of the player base back into the game because they feel neglected. They felt left out for the last 5 or so years. It's time to bring them back and put them in your favor. Make it easier for rural players to enjoy the game just like everybody else. Remote raids for Gigantamaxes, please. Before I give you the #1 way that you can make this game even better, Scopely, I'm going to add some honorable mentions in here. First of which is making Go Battle League less laggy. Like, please, fix Go Battle League. I'm not a Go Battle League person. I am tired of seeing all the complaints from people that are playing it all the time. I'm tired of people having to go through this mess to play what I think should be a very easy feature to manage. We need to focus on Go Battle League and its bugs and its lag, please. Second off, raid queues that are better than Campfire. I'm tired of Campfire. Campfire is booty cheeks. Nobody wants to use it. Please make an in-game raid feature. I'll talk about this in a minute. But I feel like we need to add some stuff. We need to, you know, it's time to add some features that make it way easier to play and keep it in the app. Don't make us go to a different app for it. Put it in the app. Anyway, last but not least, for the honorable mentions, I need better weekly rewards. I remember when I came back to Pokemon Go, one of the reasons I came back was because they had legendary Pokemon in the weekly rewards. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember that? My first ever research breakthrough for the week-long, you know, getting a stamp every day of the week, and on that 7th day, you get a special reward, and it was a legendary Pokemon. My first ever one that I did when I came back to the game, Shiny Latios. I'm saying, like, come on, please make these rewards better. Why did you take that away? It's, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Make weekly rewards better. I'm sick of getting a non-shiny 1 or 2 star Jangmo-O and that I have to just transfer anyway. Like, please, at least make it a legendary, make it exciting, make it feel like I did something. to earn this reward. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to get those last 3 off my chest. They were like boiling up while I was making my script for this. I just thought of those things like last minute. I was like, I have to mention these. But last but not least, I think what Scopely needs to do to save Pokemon Go is to keep making new features that are less about the money and more about player satisfaction, okay? That's it. That is all it takes. That's all we're asking for at this point. Okay, I have some features that I think you can use. Number 1 is something that I feel like is actually coming, so anyway, bottle caps. In the game, if you don't play the mainline games, there are things called bottle caps that increase IVs. Think about if you purify a shadow Pokemon, every stat that it has increases by 2 points. Something similar to that. An item that you can use on any regular Pokemon, so it doesn't have to be shadow Pokemon. I feel like that would make so many people so much happier, and I know it would sort of lessen the, you know, the specialness of a hundo, but I feel like people care about that stuff, and you make a lot of people happy. The next thing I think you can add, if you're gonna do the lucky trade distance thing, I feel like it'd be really cool to add either a Wonder Trade or a GTS system in Pokemon Go. A Wonder Trade, if you don't know, is when you randomly select a Pokemon to trade off to somebody else who is also looking for a Wonder Trade, and you get something random from somebody in return. It's just a completely blind trade. You can trade off any Pokemon you want. If you have 1.5 billion shiny Pokemon from a community day and you want to make somebody's day, go ahead and send off a shiny Totodile from community day and make someone's day. You know, you never know who you're going to trade with. It's super special. Or the GTS is like a system where you can put a Pokemon up for trade, whether it's a shiny, whether it's a hundo or something that you don't feel like you need anymore, and you can trade it and offer it, and somebody can give you something that you're looking for in return. So essentially, you put something up for trade, you say, this is what I'm offering, and this is what I want. So if somebody wants what you're offering and has what you want in return, they can do that trade, and it's a really cool system that's been in Pokemon games before. I think it'd be really cool in Pokemon Go. Also, that raid system I was talking about, the raid queue thing, getting rid of campfire. Recently, they added a way to see your friends that are in raids, and you are able to join their raids if they're on your friends list, and you see that they're in a raid. You can hop in and raid snipe them. That's what I think the community is calling it. But it used to be really cool. The first time they introduced it, it was like if you had 10 people max, you could start a new lobby. They took that away. I feel like going back to that way it was so much fun. I feel like going back to how it was is definitely the right move. If you are going to keep that feature, make it the best it can be, all right? And last but not least, keeping the in-person and global events coming, okay? Right now we have Go Fest, we have City Safaris, we have Go Tours. I want more of these things. I love having these things to look forward to. Right now we have like about 2 a year with the Go Tour and Go Fest. City Safaris are very like specifically located, so not everybody can enjoy City Safaris. So I'm saying there's only 2 events a year. I say like maybe 3 or 4. I think like 1 each season would be really fun to look forward to. So I don't know what they would be. That's your job. That you make the big bucks to figure that out. But I think making all these in-person events would be a great idea. Just some closing thoughts here. Overall, I think what we really want from Scopely is to make the game better. Keep improving the game. For a lot of us, it feels like Niantic has stopped caring about how to make the game better and more focused on how they can make more money on the game. And again, I said it before, I understand it's a business. You gotta make money. I totally get that. But at the same time, you have to have a game that is fun. You have to have a game that people can afford to play. You have to have a game that people want to play. And over the years, a lot of people stopped wanting to play. And that's a shame. I feel like Pokemon Go is one of my favorite things to do. I love playing it. I love meeting up with friends. I know that's not everybody's scenario, but I love this game. And I just want it to keep getting better. And we have not seen this since Pokemon Go came out. We have not seen an opportunity like this of a total revamp possible happening. So please do what you can to keep the game as sort of true to itself as it can be, but also make it so that people want to play it and people can afford to play it. I promise you, if you make the game fun, people will support you naturally. And that about does it. I have single-handedly saved Pokemon Go for you. So Scopely, if you're listening, I don't know, just like I'll send you my Venmo and we can talk about it. But no, I'm so excited to see where this can go. Obviously, just like everybody else, I'm a little nervous, but I want to see what Scopely can do, how we can make it better. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down below in the comments how you think Scopely can save Pokemon Go. What one of my points was totally off, which ones you agree with, what new ideas you have. Please let me know in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more information on Pokemon Go or Pokemon in general. I'm very excited to be making awesome Pokemon Go content this year in 2025. I feel like I invested in my YouTube channel a lot this year, so please stick around, subscribe to the channel, and I will bring you guys the best content I can bring going forward. I'm excited to see what this year brings, but thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Peace!